Hi everybody, welcome to Web Workout 101. I'm Debbie Campbell. Today we're going to be making one of my favorite lunches. It's a lavash Mexican pizza. Now I love lavash. I make pizzas with it all the time using sweet potatoes, tomatoes, whatever I've got laying around in the refrigerator. I try to roast vegetables a couple days a week and leave them sitting in there. That way they're always ready for fresh salads or my lavash. So I've got my oven preheated to 425 degrees. I took that lavash and cut it in half. A full lavash is 240 calories. This is 120. It's going to be plenty for me for lunch. If I was making appetizers or doing whatever, I would make a whole one. I'm also going to start heating up a tablespoon of olive oil in my pan. Okay, there we go. And all I want to do here is crisp this up. I'm just going to crisp it up. Okay, so it's only going to go in there for a couple of minutes. I've already cut up just a couple tablespoons full of red onion. I'm heating those up in the oil, and now I'm going to cut up some of the other things. Now, a lot of this stuff you can buy already cut or in a can. I just like it nice and fresh. I took a little bit of jalapeno, no seeds. I'm going to cut that up really fine. I don't like getting big chunks of jalapeno in anything. That burn that you get when you feel it going down your esophagus. And I've really been experimenting with foods over the last couple months. Number one, to really control what I'm eating so that I'm getting the most nutrient-dense food that I can get. And number two, cost. You save so much money when you cook your food at home. And you don't get those huge portions. It's the way to go. And remember, if we're trying to lose weight, it's an 80% of that, and oh, I'm sorry, 1 clove of garlic. 80% of that equation, that's a big clove of garlic, is what you're putting into your mouth. So if you're not eating properly, number one, you can't fuel your exercise, and number two, it's a diet too high in fat, too high in calories, too high in portions. It's going to make it really tough for you to lose weight. Okay, so I've got my jalapeno, my onion, my garlic all chopped up. You see there's not a whole lot. I'm going to put that in there. Stir it up. Okay, so I've got my thing on high. I'm going to turn this down just a little bit. I'm going to add a little salt. So everything I'm adding does not have salt. We're going to use some canned tomatoes. I bought the kind that does not have salt in it. We're also going to use some canned black beans. Again, there's no salt in them. That way I have control over my sodium. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take I took a can of stewed tomatoes with no salt added. I drained them. Now this is a half a cup. I'm going to add a half a cup of tomatoes. Ooh, there's a lot of tomatoes in a half a cup. I'm going to go ahead and add that to that mixture. And I'm going to take half a cup of black beans and add it. It's kind of a heaping half a cup, but I love black beans. And they're so full of fiber and nutrients and iron. So good for you. Okay, we're going to take our lavash out and turn it over while that's cooking up. So again, I put no oil on this. No oil in the pan, no oil anywhere. Just turn that over, it goes back in. That way we have a nice crisp pizza when everything comes out. Now the next thing I'm going to add is I always have roasted chicken breast sitting in my refrigerator. So I'm going to take half of a breast because I don't need that much. We want that nice lean protein in this recipe. I'm going to cut this up. I like cutting things up fine, that way we spread the flavor throughout because we're not using a lot of ingredients here. So we're kind of distributing that flavor evenly. So the chicken is nice and lean, but it also has a little fat because we do need fat to make ourselves feel satisfied. Nothing wrong with a little fat in your diet. There we go. Oh, this looks good. Oh, and it really smells good. Okay, we're already almost finished with this recipe. I'm going to turn this down. As soon as my lavash is ready, I'm going to put everything on top. So while I'm waiting for that to cook, I'm going to chop up some cilantro. I love cilantro, so full of flavor. Now with some of my other lavages, I'll add arugula, basil, spinach. I make a pizza for myself a couple days a week, and it's so fast and it's so easy, and it's just so yummy. And there's my cilantro. This is going to be good. There we go. Okay, now I'm going to take my lavash out of my oven. Let's check it out. Okay, see, it's got a little crispness to it, and that's exactly what we're looking for. Okay, I'm going to take my little mixture I've got going here, and I'm just going to throw it on top. So I like it preheated. That way all your flavors meld together. You get more flavor. Look at that little bit of ingredients. Look how far it's going. This is going to be the bomb. Oh my gosh, I might have to pull out a fork and knife for this one. Look at that. Delish, delish, delish. Okay. Put this pan in the sink. I'm going to take my cilantro and add that to the top. Good, good stuff. Then I'm going to take a little bit of Havarti cheese. Now I like Havarti cheese because you get a lot of bang for your buck. It's lower in calories because it's a white cheese, and it's really tart, so you're getting a lot of flavor. And you know, my friends are like, God, you hardly put any cheese on there. I don't put a lot of cheese. You know, cheese is probably the most fattening part of this recipe, is the cheese and the oil that we cooked the vegetables in. So we're probably going to use just over an ounce of cheese here. It's a choice. You got to make those choices every day. Would I love to have a quesadilla stuffed with cheddar cheese? Oh, yeah, but that's a choice. You got to make it. Okay. Let's distribute this cheese a little bit better. Oh my gosh, does that look like the bomb or what? Okay, so this is going to go in the oven, and it's going to go in the oven for 4 to 5 minutes. Just going to let that cheese melt on top. So in the oven she goes, and we'll be right back. Yummy all together. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to take a little bit of avocado, just a little bitty slice. I'm going to cut that up. You know, avocados are so good for you, but they do have quite a bit of fat in them. So just a little bit, that's all you need. Don't need to put all that mayonnaise and all that other junk people put in their avocados. Just plain old avocados are so yummy. Spread them out a little, get a little more off of here. So this thing is full of nutrients. You know, black beans have so much vitamin A in them. Your tomatoes are full of lycopene, which is a cancer fighter. This is a bounty of nutrition right here. And it's going to be so tasty. Okay, I've got everything all done. I need a trash can. Let's put that right there. Okay, so now I'm going to take my fancy schmancy pizza cutter I bought just for my lavash pizzas, and I'm going to cut that up. Oh, this is going to be so good. And I like to cut it up in 4s just because I feel like then it's one of those head games. I'm getting more food. Makes my plate look fuller. That's always good. Tricking your mind is one of the key elements to maintaining weight. Oh my gosh, this is going to be so good. I may need a fork for this. So you can do this however you want. If you don't like black beans, use pinto beans. If you don't like avocado, don't put it on there. If you don't, you know, you could use salsa. Okay, you ready? And I get to eat all this when we're done. All right, so nice big bite. Oh, maybe I better take this one. Oh my gosh, this is going to be so good. The tomato. That is good. Actually, that is quite good. All right, so a quick, easy lunch. Got good fat, good fiber, good nutrients. This is the way to go. I'm Debbie Campbell. I'll see you next time at Web Workout 101. Toodles.